For the next 24 hours, I'm going to sleep, eat, and drink the game of chess. I've never played chess before, so I want to see just how good I can get in 24 hours. My opponent? The highest level CPU engine at chess.com. Can we beat this thing in 24 hours? I don't know. But with that said, let's run it. Okay, so the time is currently 3:19. I'm starting the timer right now. The first step is to challenge it and see how far we have to go to beat it. The match had begun. Within seconds, I was completely overwhelmed. Okay, I'll move this right here. Oh, you can't move backwards. So these can only move forward. I understand. That's fine. I tried my best to learn the rules on the spot, but was quickly defeated. How do you take them? Like this? Which piece do I have to protect? Is it this one? What does this mean? And with that, the match is over. Okay, and I've lost. I spent the next couple hours learning everything there is to learn about chess. Some of the best players, the history, strategies, you name it. But then there was a problem. I'm not gonna lie, like it already seemed like this game was way more complicated than I thought. I used to talk about pawns move up and down, this and that, like it's a lot. At this point I started to get a bit frustrated. I felt like the game was needlessly complicated. I didn't really feel like playing as much. Why are there so many rules? I'm 5 minutes in. He said like you can move up, down, left, right. This piece can move left, right, up, left, right. Why is there so many rules, bruh? Regardless of the fact, I persevered. So it's currently 5:49. There's about 21 hours left. I've watched a couple videos. I've read a couple articles. It's time to challenge my very first real person. The match had begun. Despite it being my first online opponent, I felt significantly more confident and started understanding how the game works. So he can capture this. I'm gonna just move this right here. But despite my best efforts, I lost. Oh my gosh. I tried to play a couple more matches, but no matter what I did, I just kept losing. Eventually, it started to get to me. The current time is 6:42. We have about 20 hours left, and I've played around like 3, 4, 5 matches, and I've lost every single one. Yeah, chess is, it's hard out here, bro. At this point, I decided it was better to figure out what my weaknesses were, instead of just playing more matches. And soon enough, I started to realize something. Most of the matches I had played were lost due to time. You see, up until now, I had thought every move in chess needed to be perfect. I thought I needed to meticulously craft a plan that would unfold 23 steps later. I was completely wrong. Even in the highest levels of play, pros are slamming out their first moves. Save the thinking until later. Get to later first and adapt. I prepared for my next match. The match began as many others did. However, this time, I tried to pace myself. It seemed like every move I was making was a culmination of everything I had learned up until now. It was all starting to make sense. That said, where I was previously behind the starting line, now I had just set foot on it. My opponent was making equally strong moves, if not better than me, and I tried my best to match them. I was making mistakes all over the place, regretting decisions after making them, but somehow, I managed to take the lead. I'm just a beginner who's learned a little. But when a beginner who's learned a little challenges a beginner who's learned nothing, they win. Bro, I won! Finally! I finally won a match! I finally had my first victory, and I was feeling great. I relished in the moment and finally felt like I was really making some progress. Even so, it wasn't over yet. I took a much needed break and resumed my training later in the day. Right now it's currently about 3:41 a.m. We have about 11 hours left on the clock. I'm gonna try to play a couple more games before we go to bed, and yeah, I'm just gonna call it. Peace. Alright guys, I just woke up. As you can see, we have 2 hours and 14 minutes left. It was the next day. I was very well rested. I slept for maybe like 9 hours, but honestly, I was feeling significantly unprepared. I had learned a lot, but I still lost the majority of the matches I had played. With 2 hours left, I played as many matches as possible, watched short but information-packed videos, and prepared for my final game of chess. In general, I had improved considerably. My decision making was faster, my plays were more confident, and my planning had improved. By no means was I a good player, but I would have clapped the me in the past on God. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's been 24 hours of constant training, matches on matches, and endless analysis. It was time to see if it paid off. From learning the absolute basics to advanced strategies, I practiced basically everything. Every defeat, every victory has led up to this point. I am ready. I started this as someone who's never played chess before, and now it's time to face what may be the strongest chess opponent player yet. The maximum end is not just your average advanced player. This bot is broken as. And for reference, the bot is 400 points higher than the highest rated human player ever. The match began, and it was clear from the beginning that this wasn't just another match. Every second I spent thinking felt invaluable. Imagine it's just a new player, I told myself. Every move the engine made just seemed like magical. It was a level of skill and strategy that went beyond anything I've encountered before. And yeah, I've played the engine before. I played it at the beginning of the video. But a novice cannot see the skill in a professional's technique. Every time I felt like I made a play to corner the engine, it ended up being me who was just falling deeper into its strategy. I played my heart out, but despite my best efforts and flawless execution of everything I've learned, the final result was not in my favor. I've lost. But throughout this entire game, I made 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 missed wins. So while I did lose, I played as good as I possibly could, which is honestly a great thing to hear as a complete newbie, right? To go from literally just getting dogged on to playing without a single mistake against the highest level CPU, that's a win in my book. I honestly had a lot of fun on this 24-hour journey, and though the engine beat me, honestly, it latte mollied me. Honestly, it was just a fun time. At the beginning of these 24 hours, I nearly hated chess, and I almost regretted doing this challenge from the very first hour. But I gained such an appreciation for the game and the history behind it. Honestly, truly understand why it really is as loved as it is. And that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. And yeah, peace.